Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, May 18th, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We have more severe weather coming in this evening across parts of the Texas Panhandle, uh, West Texas, and then into the Arklatex tomorrow with rain, and that's going to damper some graduation festivities across the area. So let's get right into it. First off, hit that thumbs up, that like button, share this with your friends and family. Let's get the word out there about the severe weather coming, so they know what's coming as well. And then comment in the comment box where you're from, just so we can continue that reach for you all. So let's get right in. All right, as usual, we start out with a national map. What's going on today? We got frost advisories up here across North Dakota, across Maine, into parts of New Hampshire. And then you're probably what's standing out here is what is all this gray? Well, that is air quality alerts going out for some of these states because there is huge wildfires up in Western Canada with 15 to 25 degrees above normal up there, as there's been a high pressure basically parked up here across southwestern parts of Canada into northwestern parts of the United States. They've had lots of hot weather out here towards the northwest and into Canada, while we've had this nice northwest flow coming into the area with very tranquil conditions, with some off and on storms over the past week or so. So all right. So we got this little flood watch here that's ongoing out here to northwestern parts of Mississippi. I posted this about a week ago about that dam that is at risk of failing, and those flood watches staying in place for that part of Mississippi as well. Do have some severe thunderstorm watches or warnings out here, and a tornado warning as of 7:25 p.m. Central Time out here towards North Panhandle, Texas. Looks like right around the Amarillo area as well. So stay ahead of that. So here's the severe weather that could be happening. That's actually ongoing right around the Amarillo area as of, like I said, 7:25 Central when I'm recording this. Most of the Panhandle of Texas could be under the gun as some severe weather for this evening into tonight. So generally isolated severe storms, but they're gonna be rather strong. Is expected across parts of the central to southern Great Plains, upper mid parts of the Midwest, as well as under a marginal risk. But this is the biggest threat as of right now. So the greater potential for severe hail and a tornado or two is possible over the Texas Panhandle this evening. And some of those towns in the slight risk: Amarillo, Pampa, Dumas, over to Canyon, Texas, Delhart, and of course Amarillo is parts of the slight risk here. So stay weather aware this evening. All right, and here is the latest from the Storm Prediction Center for Friday. We have a big slight risk area all the way from most of north central Arkansas through central Arkansas, western Arkansas, through southeastern parts of Oklahoma, most of central to northeastern parts of Texas, and far northwestern parts of Louisiana. So, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, Arlington, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Texarkana, up to Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, up to around Marshall, Batesville, as well, is all under a slight risk of severe weather for tomorrow. So, strong to locally severe to intense severe storms are expected Friday from parts of the southern plains eastward, like I said, across Arkansas to parts of the lower Mississippi Valley vicinity. There will be an isolated tornado or two out there. There's that risk as well, but the biggest risk is going to be very large hail and strong damaging winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. So here is precipitation outlook for the next 5 days. Most of this is going to come tomorrow across parts of this area. But this, like I said, this is over the next 5 days. So basically from Colorado all the way through Oklahoma, which is much needed rain, especially western western parts of Oklahoma, Texas Panhandle as well, northern parts of Texas, over towards western Arkansas. We're looking at probably 1 to possibly up to 2.5 inches of rain is possible across this area over the next 5 days. And then little tapers down just a little bit, probably a half an inch to maybe an inch and a quarter across eastern Arkansas, all the way through Tennessee, Kentucky. And then as you get towards the southeastern coast here, another 1 to 2 inch swath just hugging the coast here from North Carolina all the way through southeastern Georgia and through most of Florida as well over the next 5 days. All right, let's take a look at future radar. This is the HRRR. This is Central Time, 10 o'clock tonight. See a nice little complex of storms coming out of the plains here into Colorado, parts of Kansas, in through the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. A few isolated severe storms is possible across east or western Texas as well. As we get towards midnight, really smacking through parts of the northern panhandle of Texas, parts of Oklahoma panhandle, and then marching its way through Kansas here. And it really starts picking up intensity and then starts to die off just a little bit as we get towards the morning hours. But nice general heavy rain across eastern parts of Oklahoma, and then marching into Arkansas as we get towards midday tomorrow and into Friday. And then more storms. Look at these storms possible, really popping up across southeastern parts of Oklahoma into Texas. This is where the severe is going to be tomorrow. And like I said, there's a lot of high school graduations planned for tomorrow across the area. So beware. Hopefully, your school has some different plans. If they having it outdoors, hopefully they move it inside or have those kind of plans already in place for those festivities. But we're gonna be very stormy tomorrow evening across most of the area of Texas, Oklahoma, into Arkansas as we head to 6. This is 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock at night, we got showers and storms across northern Arkansas ahead of this cold front, and then big time storms right around Arklatex here, Texarkana, possible around 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and then just scattered severe storms across parts of central Texas. And then these really get towards central Arkansas across about 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. And then there's going to be some general rain and some thunder as we head overnight ahead of this cold front into parts of Tennessee as well. Could be some isolated, like I said, there's a marginal risk out this way as well. So there are going to be some isolated severe out that way as well. It's general rain back here, a few rumbles of thunder back here in Arkansas, lingering around 2 o'clock in the morning, and then storms ongoing back here in southern parts of Texas. And then we start clearing out. Could be a few storms around the Atlanta area Saturday afternoon. But it's going to be a nice weekend. It's going to start drying out, and it's going to be less humid across the area. And as you can see behind that front, this is 1 p.m. on Saturday. Lots of 60s across Iowa into parts of Kansas, right around 70 degrees in parts. Low to mid 60s across Missouri, upper 60s across northern Arkansas, right around 70 in Little Rock. So, like I said, this cold front is coming down. It's going to be less humid, a lot of refreshing air behind it, and all this warmer weather is going to be shunted down into the southern parts, southern Gulf Coast areas, and that's going to be going away as well as this cold front dives down through that general vicinity as well. So nice refreshing air coming for this weekend. It's going to be a nice weekend over parts of most of the area. As soon as we get this cold front pass through and get these clouds out of the way, going to be a pretty nice weekend coming up. All right, so that's all I have for you. Also, if you guys are not members on YouTube, there's different ways to support the work we do for you. I just had a summer outlook come out on Facebook as well. Some general ideas coming and some of the hotter periods I think is going to happen during the summer. Also, we're going to have a hurricane outlook coming out for the public probably next week. We have had that out for supporters and members for on YouTube and Facebook since mid-March. So they've known all about what the hurricane outlook could be for the Atlantic Basin. That is coming up this season with a strong El Nino coming. What does that mean for hurricanes? What does that mean for summer? There's more of that in the supporter hub on Facebook and the members only area on YouTube as well. So thank you so much for watching. Please stay weather aware tonight and tomorrow, especially across Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, and into Arkansas.